What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Library Studios podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Rivera, and today's episode is absolutely crazy. You'll never guess what happened. Two scholars from the 1780s have just shown up at my school. So, rather than reporting this anomalous happening, we'll be diving deep into the age-old debate on federalism versus state sovereignty, live from the Liberty Hill Library Studio. All right, let's introduce our guests. First, we have our pro-federal government advocate, James Appleworth, who believes in strong central government. And representing the pro-state and local government perspective, we have Robert Yates, who champions the power of state and local governments.
Hello, I'm James Appleworth, and I believe that we need to cut down on the guns in this nation for good.
Hi, I'm Robert Yates, and I'm here.
Sir, please, come over here. Talk into the microphone. You're not...
The what?
This thing.
Oh. I'm Robert Yates, and I'm here to assert the rights of my firearms.
All right, thanks for blowing out my audience's eardrums. To set the stage, let's take it back to the 1780s for some context. Ownership of firearms was restricted from Native Americans, servants, slaves, felons, foreigners, etc. Pretty much everyone else could have one, but they still had certain restrictions on, just their gun ownership in general. Like, you couldn't fire near towns, roads after dark or on Sundays. Big argument concerning guns was in the Bill of Rights, where Amendment 2 protects the citizen's right to bear arms, and you know how Federalists and Anti-Federalists feel about the Bill of Rights.
Indeed. I think we need to have our protection and whatnot, but that is what the police and military are for. Not every person needs one.
On the other hand, we use firearms every day in my household. We hunt our food and practice shooting every day. A couple of cold ones might even enhance your aim.
So please, we're in a library. Please, just keep your voice down. Okay, let's dive into the debate. Appleworth, can you start by explaining why the federal government should have control over gun usage?
Well, I think we all know that guns are scary and come with violence and killing. That's what they were made for, after all. We need to limit it to where the only citizens carrying a firearm must have completed multiple paid courses, where you'll be taught the basics and maybe a little extra. Then you pay some fees, and then the license cost, only adding up to around $10,000. And then you're set. That way, the only people with guns are the good kind.
Dang, $10,000. Okay, Yates, what's your counterpoint?
How are we supposed to keep our family safe? Where I live, the police might take an hour to get to my house. We might as well all be dead by then. Why is it such a crime to ensure the protection of myself and members of my community? And why should we have to pay for our right to live? If a vicious crime is committed and you go on the stand and say something like, well, he didn't pay us money, so we died. Doesn't that sound kind of, excuse me, but kind of socialist?
Okay, you both bring up interesting points. Let's explore some real-world examples. Appleworth, if your licensed firearm policy were to be put into place, how would a citizen respond to someone breaking into their home? And Yates, would there be any limitations on where firearms can be used, or should everyone just have one?
Well, say if every U.S. citizen is able to obtain a firearm, sure, everyone has to protect themselves, but the only reason we need so many is because all the criminals have one too. If it would just stop handing them out and make people take safety classes and maybe a background check, there won't be a bunch of criminals with guns. And if you really need one, you'd just sign up for the course.
I think every citizen should have the right to feel protected, and that includes the right to own a firearm. If someone commits an act of gun violence, throw them in jail. Then you won't have to worry about criminals carrying around guns. And criminals can also be attacked too, Nobody's immune to attacks.
Okay. Let's bring this debate into the 21st century. As of 2024, to be in possession of a firearm, you need a permit and are required to do a background check when purchasing one. There are regulations on carrying them in public, and some states have even actually prohibited carrying one in public at all. In your view, how would this benefit or limit citizens?
Well, carrying around a weapon in public is just ridiculous. And most likely, it's the cause of all these people getting shot.
Carrying around a weapon could prevent murders and protect innocent bystanders from horrific crimes.
All right. As we wrap up, let's hear final thoughts from each side. Appleworth, your closing argument?
Well, in the end, we need to leave the guns for the professionals, like the police, and not have all these random people running around shooting each other.
The right to gun ownership should not be limited or taken away because of safety and hunting for food.
All right. Well, thank you both for your time today. I know y'all, I don't know how you're going to go back to your time period, so just don't do anything crazy while you're here, all right? Okay. Thank you for tuning into the Library Podcast. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, all that. I'm Joshua Rivera. Until next time, take care.
You know what? Screw
Whoa,
this
whoa.
Federalist propaganda.
Yeah, sir,
put that
sir,
away.
Sir, please. Wait.